Hey, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. And YouTube ads are sometimes annoying, but sometimes they can be very enlightening. Okay, we're back. And a few months ago, I was watching some videos and that type of thing. And all of a sudden, this ad comes on for a sound library, which I couldn't stop watching it. It was just so cool. And it was a library from Soundiron, Sonespheres Current. So I think it's like their third in the series with Blake Ewing in partnership with Soundiron. Have created these libraries called Sonespheres, and they each address different textures and different moods and different sounds. And, Soundiron, I reached out to them and they sent me a copy to take a listen and to be able to share with you. So let's just go ahead and take a listen to this really interesting library. Just right off the bat, you've got two sound sources and you break it down. You've got depths and impacts. And then here you have the same types of things, tides, all kinds of stuff. Let's just take a listen. This is just the initial Sonespheres right out of the box. So you hear a lot of different things going on. They're based on like several different types of, sampling some atmospheres, and they've sampled long, they've just made long samples of some of these textures that evolve as you hold down the key. So you listen to that, and you just hear it just kind of continue, and it grows. And they have it stretched across the keyboard, so you play different parts of the keyboard, and you'll get different reactions. So as we look, you have the center, and what I love to do, I just go ahead, and when I have these types of controls, I just go ahead and learn this MIDI controller. So it allows me to go ahead and just kind of blend in real time, between the two different sound sources. So I'm just going to go through and just play a couple of these sound sources, and then we're going to go look at some of the presets as well. So this is Abysmo, and some of these I've not heard before. So let's take a listen. Oh, surprise! Yeah. And you can hear, because I played it up high, how it was really fast and pulsing, and down low it's a little bit different. So they've sampled synths and different hardware and ran it through all kinds of different processing, and to give some really crazy sounds. So let's keep going. Let's go to some more here. So we can actually, okay. Yeah, so listen to that. Some big fat synth type pads, and you have envelopes and filters and that you can access. Let's go on down, and this is just like some of the first ones. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Okay, so this one's taking a little time to get started. So it's just those long, dramatic type of pads and drones. And then let's see. Let's just go over to source number 2 and pick a piano. And I'm going to blend this back over. Because they set moods. That's pretty cool. And then you have, not only do you have the crossfader, you have an arpeggiator here. And let's just click that on and listen to what that does. So you've got a little synthy type of piano here. Let's change that piano sound. And you've got different arpeggiator modes, and you can adjust the steps. Let's just see. Let's play around with that. You've got the modes up and down, and we can do zigzaggy, zigzag up. Like an infinite roll. So there's all kinds of things you can do with that arpeggiator. And I've really kind of like the pianos in here because they've got that felt type of atmosphere without. It's just different, and that's because Blake Ewing, the way he's created these samples, just trying to be different, trying to just not do the same types of things, which we need. We need different ideas. So we've got harps. Let's just check the harps out here. Yeah, and they're processed and reversed. Yeah, it's all over the place. So let's see, this is harp 3. And let's see what's in the, okay, so there's nothing in the effects rack. It's just all of these really cool sound design types of things. Okay, so let's just look at the Seabeds. Now the Seabeds are really interesting because it's just like these ambient sound beds. And kind of like by themselves, they sound kind of wild. But then you layer it with a piano, let's say. Let's just layer it with this piano that we have over here. And you just tuck it right underneath there. It just sounds so distant and so spacious. It's really kind of cool. Okay, so let's just look at some of Blake's presets that he's given us here. So we're going to go to the browser, and we've got a folder here of custom presets. So 1,000 miles, and we're just going to drag that over there, and let's take a listen. Again, you hear those samples evolving and kind of different spaces, different emotions, different spaces. Afterglow. You just hear all of that stuff going on. That's crazy. You never know. You never know. Bridges. Yeah, the thing is, you just want to go down through all of these. Ever rising. So let's just take a listen to that. It's definitely not your traditional library for sure. It gives you just some different sound design techniques here, histories, and then being able to layer the two sources together and blend those, it just makes it so nice and so easy to get some really cool textures. So this is Histories. Histories. That piano just sounds just so distant. There I go. It just kind of takes you right along with it. Okay, so let's look at a couple more. Light in the dark. So most of these are leaning towards like just those really big, unusual foundational beds. Yeah, that's just really nice and big. And you have that little bit of animation here. Yeah, with the depths, you have the different, the Seabeds. Yeah, the Seabeds are here. So sometimes they switch them around. Let's look at this while we're here, because you'll notice that the keyboard has different zones illuminated. So this, the way that this is, it's set up where you can switch the sound sources through the key switches. So when you have the key switches, the key switch enabled here, let's drop the octave down source 1 is controlled by the lower key switches, and source 2 is controlled by these upper key switches. So what I've done, and what I really enjoyed with the nano key, is being able to go ahead and use this, and I have to bounce that octave way down to find it here. Take the slider here, and I'm going to just mix it to this source 1, and then we're going to just kind of walk through these. See, yeah, so every time you hit a key, it changes the sound source. So that gives you some really cool flexibility there. It's just got some really rich sounds there. Yeah, and they're not just static. They're always moving, and so you can do the same thing for source 2. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a way that I can get the nano key to be able to split, to assign that somehow. Haven't delved into that, but that would be perfect. You could split the keyboard in half and have this control the bottom source 1 and source 2 key switches. So that's pretty cool. That's a neat way to do it. Okay, so let's check out a couple more presets before we go. This has been a really cool, fun library to take a listen to today. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, go ahead and subscribe and click on those notifications, like I always say. And thanks, guys, as always, for the supporting the channel. It's been really cool. And we've not even gotten into the effects rack. I mean, you've got this whole section here. We'll see, yeah, so we've got some delays and tape saturation here. And each one of these slots can, you can put amplifiers in different cabinets, different effects here, transient shapers. The thing that I like with the Soundiron is the reverb. It's like a convolution reverb. And you can drop down the different categories here, and from cathedrals, and then you've got within cathedrals, see, you've got different things that you can select from. So let's just say the stone hall with this, and yeah. That space, just that space. Yeah, there's so much going on. So much going on. Okay, let's just do one more. Through time. Oh, words were written. I think I remember that was a good one. Let me just do that. Now let's see what's doing what. Yeah, the tides. The tides are doing that pulsing thing, and then the the bass synths. Just very cool. Let's just check out the, yeah, that's just rich and fat. Intervention. So they're real sustained and nice and fat. Yeah. Very cool. You know, you can go to Soundiron's website and learn more about the other Sonespheres, and who knows, the other ones may show up here pretty soon. It's very interesting, very interesting. I'm just going to pull up one more preset here. Stand again. Stand again. Yeah. Stand again. You see what happens. One of these days, we're gonna stand again. It's been dark. The days have been hard. One of these days, gonna stand again. Stand side by side, friend with friend, holding our hands with even our enemies. We're gonna stand. One of these days we'll stand. One of these days we're gonna stand again, stronger again. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah, that was just right off the line there. See, that's what I read that Blake said about this. About sounds, that sounds convey emotion, memories, times in your life, and this is the amazing thing about music and sound, is that it takes you back to places. It takes you back to an experience. You know, sometimes it's a good experience, sometimes it may be a negative experience, but sound and music will take you somewhere. That's why I say that sample libraries and all of these musical tools, they take us to destinations, because they either take us to where we've been or they show us where we're going. And they're comforting and inspiring with where we are right now. So that is just such a powerful, it's just so powerful. We take for granted how powerful that music and these creative tools are. They're so powerful, and we're so blessed to have gifted musicians and these creative people that the artists that bring us all of these wonderful tools. Yeah. We will stand again. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today. And again, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. And I just encourage you to subscribe and to tune in next time, because who knows where we're going to go. And thank you, Soundiron, for giving me an opportunity to share this wonderful experience with all of you.